Hello, beautiful beings. I'm Halana. This is my Spirit Speaks. And wow, I wanted to touch base on this super full moon that is bringing so much clarity, so much calmness. And I want to say, because throughout this whole entire year has been huge, deep healing for me. First we had COVID that kind of forced us into isolation, forced us to really face a lot of those inner works, inner wounds, and challenges we never had to face before. And really look at ourselves and really, I really believe that was a lot of people look at it as a negative. I really believe that was huge and a huge breakthrough for the universal consciousness and earth in general. Because I feel like it kickstarted so many spiritual awakenings because people were really, like I said, having to look at themselves and not really able to, just go out and party or go out and just hang out with friends or just doing things to distract themselves from their healing. They weren't able to do anymore. They had to really sit and face it, and they're like, shit, I need some work. But so this healing work happened, and it raised this universal consciousness, and it shifted everything. And you probably feel it. Even if it's within yourself, around you, you're seeing all these beautiful beings stepping out of their shell. And in stepping out of your shell, it really brings a lot of things to light because you are bringing in more light. And so there was that. So you're all these things are coming to surface. And I feel like this year we finally have that integration. We finally have, okay, I face these things. So it's one thing to face and know, but another thing to put things in practice. So we're finally having to integrate and put these things in practice in the real world and relationships. And okay, I healed this, but am I going to still let it affect me? It doesn't affect me by myself, but what happens whenever I'm in this group of people? What happens whenever I get this trigger? So now we're facing all those triggers. Now we're really putting that work that we did to the test. And all of this is personal to me. All of this super moon that is coming up, the super full moon that's coming up tomorrow, you've been feeling it all weekend, it's no longer going to allow itself in these new vibrations that you're bringing in. It's no longer all these new things that are calling in for you. They're these old habits, these old triggers that no longer serve you. It's time to release them and step into this new role. It's time to step into this new life that you are at your fingertips. Things keep coming in line. Things keep happening that you're like, oh my gosh, am I ready for that? You are. And in breaking from these past triggers, you're going to get that power to suppress things. It takes a lot of energy to suppress traumas. I mean, think of how much energy it takes from us, how much energy from our mind that whenever these things come up, these either harmful things we say to ourselves or that past people have said to us that still are there. And we can sit and just turn our eye to it. But I don't know about you, but I'm done. I'm done. And this super full moon is a beautiful chance to do so. All the healing that has been from the beginning of this year up until this point have been very subtle. Subtle, but not super in my face. They've been very okay, that little trigger, okay, as they come, but they haven't been super clear either. They haven't been super I haven't fully understood where it came from. These little triggers, but I saw this huge within this last weekend. It was so clear to me. Like I said before, it's been kind of like fizzled, like, oh, okay, I surface, like, okay, I'm gonna heal like this, I'm jealous, heal that jealousy. Okay, cool. But now, this past weekend, it's been so clear to me the true trauma beneath these relationship wounds, these relationship triggers. And that might come different from you. It might be, childhood triggers that are affecting your day to day, your relationships, your personal power and your personal growth. For me, my confidence, especially my confidence, my comfortability in myself, my voice, like all these like inner things that come up in my mind, and it's like, okay, like it's so clear to me where these are stemming from now. And honestly, it's took me doing my deep Reiki practice to kind of have like this clearance of what is going on. And so I want to share this with you, and what is coming through to me through this super full moon, and how some affirmations that we can talk about, some healing work that I've done. 3 things that, like I said, have came up for me with the super full moon. You're looking at your future situations different. Your work, whether your current job is whether that is your dharma, whether that's going to lead you to where you need to be or not, you're starting to look at it different. I ask you to not look at it as you're getting kind of bored and used to the mundane living of the beautiful things that you're blessed with, if that makes sense. My job, I'm so thankful for my job. It's not my dharma, it's not where I'm headed, but it's my middle ground, it's my Mount Shasta, and it's a beautiful opportunity to dive into where I'm going. And you kind of have to look at your current state like that all the time. I was looking at it like, oh my gosh, I got to go to work. It's taking away from time that, I could be home. But in reality, it's giving me that opportunity to practice my Reiki. It's giving me that opportunity. I'm a nurse. It's giving me that opportunity and I work night shifts, so I sit a lot. So it's giving me that opportunity to really dive deep into this practice. I'm to get some other certifications that I'm working on, and I would love to talk about soon. But it's giving me this whole new insight and this whole new shift of my job not just being, I gotta freaking go to work. Start looking and shifting your gaze at all the things that you once wished that you had. You once were like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to, be a nurse, or I wish I had a job that paid more, or I wish I had a raise and here you are. And then now what? Now you've been taking it for granted. Now you've been really just it's been such you haven't been appreciating it. And I'm starting to really appreciate my job and appreciate the opportunities and appreciate all those things. And it's kind of given me I had a dirty mirror fogged up of just shit, literally just poor me, blah, blah, blah. And then once I clear that mirror, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so lucky. Oh my God, you start seeing clearly on things. You start seeing, and then with that, it's you're able to step outside of that dirty room and see that there's beauty out there. There's more out there. So this is just a next opportunity, the next beautiful thing that's guiding you to your dharma, your path, and where you're meant to be. So that's one big thing that came to me this super full moon. Another thing is I'm integrating back to my qualities that I love about myself. And this comes with releasing that trauma. Releasing the trauma is also going to help you pull up things that you loved about yourself. For example, I've always been so confident and comfortable in my skin. And I want to say just here recently, a lot of you know, the relationship trauma that I had was stealing me of that confidence and worthiness. And that was kind of my main, that was my default. That was becoming my default, was my traumas. Don't let these traumas or these mindsets that other people have placed around you or other situations have placed around you, don't let that become your default. You know your foundation. Clear out that trauma so you can get back to your foundation and integrate, because all those qualities are still in you. That confidence, that, you know, childlike humor, that like funny, how funny you are, that like your capability of just laughing at any situation, that's still within you, but you're having to work to get, and that's still you. You might still be acting like that, you know, that might still be who you are, but it's having to get through that surface of the trauma to get to that. So once you clear that trauma and once you fully heal that, you can integrate back to those qualities that you love about yourself that are still there and they're still you. You're just so clouded with, like I said, it takes energy to, whenever you get triggers and come to your mind, you're taking away energy from your present. Don't let those past things suck the life out of you anymore. You know, don't waste your energy on that shit anymore. They don't deserve it. You deserve happiness. You deserve healing. And now I'm going to go to my affirmations. 3 affirmations. I want whichever, you can make your own, or if these suit you, I want you to say them to yourself in the mirror when you wake up, and smile at yourself. Give yourself a big smile when you wake up, before you go to bed, or at night before you go to bed, as soon as you wake up. Make it a note from this full moon until the next to really put your energy into this and say these affirmations, and it works. So I deserve complete healing and genuine happiness. I deserve complete healing and genuine happiness. I'm comfortable and confident in my own skin. I'm comfortable and confident in my own skin. I cut all cords connecting past trauma from my future self. I cut all cords connecting me to trauma from my past life. I call in success, love, and balance to take its place. I call in success, love, and balance to take its place. And in this trauma healing, be gentle with yourself, love on yourself, and if I have ideas on ways, I have like a prompt. I can even read you my little prompt that I did for my healing. And before the full moon, I'm going to take this list and I'm going to burn it. You can burn it, you can submerge it in water. I'm going to take a little sunflower that I've been having by my side, and I'm going to release it. And whenever you do that, it's just, you're literally sending it out to the universe. You're taking it off your hands. You're taking that weight that's in your mind and really getting deep. I at first started writing, and I was like, oh my God, like, because it was getting hard. But I didn't realize the effect that these traumas were having on my life until I really sat down and looked at it and illuminated it. And then you're realizing what you can have in its place, and be specific on what you want to take its place, because you're making a lot of space from healing this trauma. You're making a lot of space within yourself by choosing to not let it control you. So what are you going to put that energy toward now? All that energy that was you're using to let come in your mind whenever you're doing certain things? What are you going to put that energy toward now? Be specific. And so here's my writing prompts. And like I said, I am here for anyone at all who needs help during this. Even if I don't know you, I am a phone call away. I do not care. Will use this universal love, this universal healing, or presence. Sometimes that's all we need, is just presence, and I'm here for it. I'm here for you. And so, what are you holding on to, and what are you ready to release? First thing, obviously, because it's been coming up to you in dreams, it's been coming up to you in triggers. It's become so clear to you now before the super full moon, and now you have the power to release it. How does it and how has it affected your life and relationships? What thoughts, feelings, or energy have you been holding on to because of this? What thoughts, feelings, or energy would you like to feel instead? It's a big one. What lessons did you learn? So this really helped me not only look at it in a pessimistic way, and not, because I wouldn't change anything on my journey at all, because I've learned so much with each little thing. So I wouldn't change a single thing. I learned lessons from it, and this really helps you illuminate that and change your mind frame and mindset on a trauma. Because everything happens for a reason. We go through shit for a reason, to grow, to learn, to realize we can conquer anything. We can heal anything. And you deserve that healing. Damn it. Okay. Forgive them, him, the situation, and most importantly, yourself. So write an apology to this person and release any guilt or shame, because you are following your spirit. So also write an apology to yourself for letting it have a hold over you for so long, because everything happens for a reason. I choose to be blank. So whatever that means to you. For me, I choose to be a goddess warrior and will no longer blankety blank blank define my story or have any power over me. I am not, this is important. You are not the experiences or dark times that you have had. You are what you choose to be. And then you can write what you choose to be. Describe yourself in 5 positive words. You're beautiful. You're loved. You're light. You deserve it. And I call in blankety blank blank to take the place and fill the space of all that I'm releasing, and be very specific. I love you. This is my Spirit Speaks. I'm Halana. Hit me up for any energy work, any healing. I'm doing this shit for free until I get my advance, so please, take advantage of even distant Reiki is possible. I'm also getting certified, and I wasn't going to tell this yet, but I'm working toward my certification for spiritual life coaching, and also second for life coaching and confidence coaching. So I'll have that certification and my advanced Reiki in a month. So please, right now I'm doing this shit for free. And just because I love you guys, and just because it's really helping me as well, channeling this universal love, this universal healing that is connecting us, is so important to cultivate. And you deserve it. It's important to cultivate in your life too. I love you. You deserve all the love, healing, all the light.